Get everybody to stand. We'll get Miss Shannon to lead us in the pledge after a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, call roll.
Davis.
Here.
Hedge. Frank.
Here.
Griffin.
Here.
House.
Here.
McDonald.
Here.
Knowles.
Here.
Payne.
Here.
Steiner.
Here.
Waldrop.
Here.
Walker.
Here.
We have a quorum, sir.
First item is approve the minutes from the last meeting. Has everybody had a chance to look over those? So I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Move to adopt as they're submitted.
Motion by Mr. Dirk. Second by Mr. Mike. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Ms. Janae, you got a treasurer's report?
Good evening. I set a federal audit in front of you that we got that completed last week and got that paperwork done. It's all good, thankfully. Legislative audit still in the reviewing process. Sales tax is up 2% over this month last year. That equates to about $11,410 for county general and about $5,008 for the jail. Year to date, we're up 1.6%. County general 71,000. Jail is 31,000. So, any questions? Our projections were good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
No committee reports this month, so with that, we'll move into a presentation from Miss Amanda with the Extension Office.
Good evening. Let me set my timer. I was told to have a strict 15 minutes. I probably won't take that long. Several of y'all are new to the Quorum Court. Several of you I do know, several of you I don't. My name is Amanda Vertarig. I am the Baxter County Extension Staff Chair and 4-H agent. Thank you to your lovely dollars. I was hired back in April of 2023. So what exactly is Extension? We are the local outreach for the land-grant university at the University of Arkansas there in Fayetteville. We are funded through partnerships between county, state, and federal governments. We give real-world solutions that are research-based, that are credible to our local communities, constituents, with any kind of help that they may need. Paige Barrett, wave your hand, stand up, however. She is our brand spanking new ag agent. She helps farmers, ranchers, other landowners improve their productivity, their sustainability, and profitability. So she is a hot commodity within our county. Miss Leanne Blevins. She is our family and consumer science agent. She provides education in nutrition, health, family well-being, financial management, and she does it all within the schools, Head Starts, preschools, probation office, and other community outreaches. So she fills a very important role. I offer hands-on 4-H programs that teach youth leadership, citizenship, life skills, and I do this through different opportunities at the local, state, national, and even international opportunities. And I'll go over that in just a little bit. Extension is important because we always help people find solutions for whatever it is that they need. Let's say you've got a farmer who, or like Mr. Mike McDonald over here, he would cut hay. How do we know if his hay is going to be good or not? We can do soil tests. Fun fact, soil tests in the state of Arkansas are free. So you might as well utilize that. We can provide hay sampling, those kind of tests. Those are a little bit more money, but there's lots of testing that we can do for you, for the county individuals. But for the last 6 months, Paige has been just trying to get to know people, getting her name out there. She's gone to several cattlemen's meetings and stuff like that. So she's just trying to see and be seen. She has already done a couple workshops and classes at the county library. She's actually going to leave as soon as this is over because she has a class going on tonight. So she is also known as our identification queen. If you have a tree or a flower or maybe your favorite plant from your grandmother's funeral is starting to look bad, she can come look at it and even take a sample if need be and send it off to the plant research. Miss Leanne, she is famous, literally famous for her Serve Safe classes. She has won awards for her, she's got a national award for food safety and family health and wellness, so she is known nationally for what she does. She is the Serve Safe instructor that every food manager in a restaurant has to have legally. She's the one that trains them on food safety. Two of her most popular classes are the charcuterie boards and sourdough classes. And so she does that with youth, with adults. Often she does it at the library. She does it at our office. If y'all would like to inquire about some of that, just give her a call. She can go anywhere. In regards to finance, she has a Rich Smith Housing Quarterly Finance Education at some of the apartments here in town. And then she also provides nutrition education at the Head Starts, Rappel, I always say that wrong, Diabetes Center, and the Probation Office. So she's in a lot of stuff. She also partners with Baxter Health because they're a strong supporter of Extension's Walk Across Arkansas. It's just a program to get people moving, to be a little more healthy. In the way of 4-H, some of the highlights from this year, we had a 4-H'er attend Citizen Washington Focus. That is a leadership conference that is in Washington, D.C. And what was really cool is I got to go along. So we got to tour all of the Washington, D.C. monuments and all of that, but there was an actual leadership conference that was really, really, really neat, and it would be so cool for other kids to go. This particular conference focused over the First Amendment, and they taught the kids that, you can have an opinion and you can stand for that opinion, but that opinion may have consequences. And so the object that they happened to use was stress balls. And the people who thought of this were not thinking of teenagers whenever you were either for or against the use of stress balls. So they had to make their own signs, and they did a picket line, and then there was even a jail. So if you broke the line, you ended up in jail. So it was very eye-opening to see that even something so juvenile as stress balls, it could have consequences. So that was really eye-opening. Also, we had a senior 4-H'er attend the ACE Panama tour. ACE stands for Ag Tech Career Exploration. And I got to go on that trip as well. And this is not Panama City. It's Panama City, Panama. So it was an international opportunity that was very, very cool. And we got to go to 5 different farming, we'll say ag production. One was a sugarcane farm, one that used massive drones about as big as this table to fertilize and take pictures and scan their fields. We went to a pineapple farm. We went to a coffee plantation. That was my favorite. We got to sample coffee. And we even had a coffee tasting, which is different than wine tasting. It's interesting. Then we got to visit the Panama Canal and see basically commerce going through. And while we were there, we got to see a U.S. submarine go through. And it was really cool because they saw that we were white, and so they started waving from the submarine, and so the kids got to experience that. But I asked the tour guide, I said, how much does it cost for a U.S. submarine to go through the Panama Canal? And he said, 20,000. I said, per trip? And he said, yes. I was like, okay. But then there was this huge tanker that had 500 cars on it. 5,000 cars. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. 5,000 cars on this huge ship. And as it's coming through, I said, how much would it cost for that to come through? And he said, about 500,000. And I was like, holy cow. So y'all got money flowing. And he said, oh yeah. And people will pay it because they don't want to have to go all the way around. So it was a very, very neat experience. Some of the local highlights, I did have 6 girls come to State O-Rama this year. That is where kids go and they compete in different various contests. There's contests that we host here at the county level and district level. Then they compete at the state level. The state O-Rama is at the University of Arkansas in Fayetteville on the campus. And so they get to do campus tours. They get to see what campus life is like. And so it's really eye-opening to the kids to be able to experience that. And then another highlight is we had our first forestry team in a long time, and our forestry team came in 3rd in the state. And I thought that was pretty good, and they're practicing right now. They plan on winning the nationals next year. They said they were coming to win, and I said, okay. On the very last page of your packets that I gave you, this is the investment for your dollars. So if you'll look at the contacts where it says direct, the direct contacts, obviously that's exactly what it means. It's where I come directly in direct contact with somebody. Same with Leanne, same with Paige as well. Indirect is going to be like newsletters, emails, social media, that kind of thing. But you can see with our contacts, we have made a total of 248,868 contacts since, that's from October 1 through September 30th. So that's a lot of contacts. So you can see that your dollars are being used wisely. Also, we just got this email today about the volunteer hours. So our Master Gardeners, 2,651. 4-H volunteers, 1,700. Multiply that all out, we have saved the county $151,371.29, which I think is really great, especially this time. And this was, a lot of this was before the governor declared where children had to have volunteer hours. So I think that's really cool. One of the community and economic development things that Extension does is we do partnerships with governments, government entities, and we help local economies. And according to our state office, Baxter County received $391,000, $334.09. If I said that right. There's a lot of numbers. And so through government contracts and everything, we are also bringing money in to the county. So I open this to any questions. If y'all want to schedule anything, I can help you out with some kids. You got some soil samples you want to bring in. You got a couple
How long does
leads.
that take, a soil sample?
Soil samples usually take 2 weeks.
3 to 6. Right now it's going right at 3 weeks, a little less than 3 weeks. But like this spring, it'll go up to 6 weeks.
And are you in the health department?
We are in the extension office, which is right here in the 911 office. We're between the veterans and the 911 addressing. So, yeah, stop by anytime. Somebody's always there. You can come say hi. We have, if you are growing tomatoes, if you are growing fruit trees, we have some fact sheets and some info. It's always readily available. So, but yeah, if you have anything, let us know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. With that, we'll get into the new business tonight. Item number 1, sponsored by Mr. Bob, is an ordinance appropriating fees in the sheriff's office.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating fees and reimbursements in the amount of $6,876.70 received in the month of August to the Sheriff's Office 2025 budget.
Heard the reading. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Bob,
Second.
second by Mr. Eddie. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
Davis?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
House?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Nault?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Steiner?
Yes.
Waldrop?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes.
With a vote of 10 yeas, 0 nay. Appropriation ordinance number 2025-47 is adopted.
Item number 2 is an ordinance appropriating funds in the juvenile services, sponsored by Mr. Bob.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating funds in the amount of $10,619.33 from County General Fund 1000 into Juvenile Services budget, Juvenile Services 2025 budget.
Heard the reading. Do we have a motion?
Second.
Motion by Mr. Cameron, second by Mr. Dennis. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
Frank?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
House?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Nault?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Steiner?
Yes.
Waldrop?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
With a vote of 10 yeas, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-48 is adopted.
Item number 3, sponsored by Ms. Shannon, is an ordinance appropriating funds in the building and grounds.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating funds in the amount of $13,886.74 from County General Fund 1000 into the Building and Grounds 2025 budget.
Heard the reading. Do we have a motion?
Make the motion.
Motion by Mr. Bob,
Second.
second by Ms. Shannon. Any questions?
What's that for, Judge?
That was reimbursement from the insurance, wasn't it?
Is that
Yeah,
what? Okay.
it was long story short, we put some roof on the district court over there from wind damage, and there was a misunderstanding of the deductible, and so we paid it all, and then they realized they made a mistake at ASC and reimbursed us. Any other questions? Clerk call roll.
Griffin?
Yes.
House?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Nault?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Steiner?
Yes.
Waldrop?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
With a vote of 10 yeas, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-49 is adopted.
Number 4, sponsored by Ms. Marianne, is an ordinance appropriating funds in the special jail fees in the county detention facility fund.
Appropriation ordinance number 2025-blank, be it enacted by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance appropriating funds in the amount of $23,000 from the special jail fees fund, number 3017, and $6,000 from the county detention facility fund, number 3018, into the jail maintenance and operations fund, number 3401, 2025 budget.
Heard the reading. Do you have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Motion by Mr. Eddie,
Second.
second by Mr. Cameron. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
House?
Yes.
McDonald?
Yes.
Nault?
Yes.
Payne?
Yes.
Steiner?
Yes.
Waldrop?
Yes.
Walker?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Frank?
Yes.
Griffin?
Yes.
With a
a vote of 10 yea, 0 nay, appropriation ordinance number 2025-50 is adopted.
Item number 5, sponsored by Mr. Rick, is a resolution confirming an appointment in the Henderson Volunteer Fire Department.
Resolution number 2025-4, a resolution confirming the appointment of Bill Collar by the county judge to the Henderson Volunteer Fire Department Board of Commissioners. Now therefore be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Baxter County, Arkansas, that Section 1, the following member of the Henderson Volunteer Fire Department Board of Commissioners, having been appointed by the county judge to fill the unexpired term of Larry McCormick, set to expire October of 2027, is hereby confirmed by the Quorum Court. Bill Collar. Section 2, this resolution shall be in full force and effect from and after its passage and approval.
Heard the resolution read. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rick.
Second.
Second by Mr. Cameron. Any questions? Clerk call roll.
McDonald,
Yes.
Nault,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Steiner,
Yes.
Waldrop,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Davis,
Yes.
Frank,
Yes.
Griffin,
Yes.
House.
Yes.
With a vote of 10 yea, 0 nay, resolution number 2025-25 is adopted.
Left this for the announcement. Has everybody had a chance to look over the executive order that's laying on the desk in front of you?
Yep.
Has to do with UTVs. Anybody have any questions about that, or in support or against, or? I've had one call from Cameron in support. I support it. I think it's a good deal. And I think the sheriff, you want to speak on it any at all, or?
Well, I'll first tell you that the current law prior to this passage is very convoluted and extremely difficult for law enforcement to even enforce. So we think this is a step, definitely a step in the right direction, but it kind of lays out what you can and can't do. So I'd have to say we support it, and appreciate you all considering this.
My only question was, as an ATV rider myself, I have a four-wheeler and I have a side-by-side, was can I still use my four-wheeler since it's a straddle seat to legally ride? So there's state law that details what you can do with a four-wheeler, which this is an executive order, what you can do with a side-by-side or UTV. So that was my concern, because I use my four-wheeler way more than I do with my cattle than a side-by-side. But so state law details what you can do with four-wheeler, and the executive order detail what you can do with side-by-side. Anyway, I just wanted to bring that to the court if y'all had any input.
Now, would they be required to go to the DMV to get a license?
So it won't have a license, but it'll have to be registered and have to have insurance.
And who, by who?
So it'll have to be assessed, which I think, that's what they had in mind when they wrote this executive order, to get things assessed. It's not assessed, so they can get them assessed, and then you'll have a sticker where you assessed it, and you'll have to display it on it. It details it in here, but I think it's a pretty good step forward for our community. I go to a lot of communities where side-by-sides are used, and they actually have a license plate on them, which I think they should have went that step further here, but anyway, it's not. So, I spoke to the sheriff about it. Like I said, it made it a little clearer to them what they could enforce, what they can't. So, anyway. Any other questions about that? Okay.
So on a farm, like if you're using the side-by-side from farm to farm, you still have to register it even if you're crossing like the county road, or?
Well, that's a good question. Sheriff, can you answer that?
Well, I'll just say it is my understanding that the answer is yes. You would have to register. Of course, technically, if you've got that, you're supposed to have it assessed anyway. But so it is my understanding that the answer to that would be yes. You would need to have it assessed and make sure it's insured.
You might want to take a copy of this and pass out to some of your fellow neighbors and let them know.
Hey, Kevin, or Sheriff, or how would the insurance work on that, Sheriff? As far as I see it has to have insurance like a vehicle, but I don't know much about farms. So if you have a farm, do you have insurance that will cover your ATV or your UTV if you're out on the county road and get in an accident?
I don't-
Or is it more like insurance on the vehicle?
I have liability on my farms, and Shannon could probably speak the same way for her, so I don't think it would have anything to do with your side-by-side. I have full coverage on my side-by-side, but law only requires, this executive order requires liability, but when you spend, $20,000 or $25,000 for a side-by-side, I want full coverage on it.
But would that full coverage also cover like if you run into somebody's vehicle or
I think so.
or is it just
Yeah,
to replace your?
And again, don't want to speak as an insurance agent, but it is my understanding. So, some of those automatically you can just ask for a rider on your homeowners or farm owners insurance. Others you may actually have to, depends on your policy, you may have to get, a separate coverage. But that's a protection for if you're running down the road and you crash into somebody else, that gives you, just like your vehicle, it gives a protection to everybody else on the road.
And that's my concern, we talked about this also in the city, but, it's not just for the person driving the ATV, golf cart, or whatever the case may be, but if they run into somebody, it's only fair for that person to be covered.
Correct. And so, again, you're going to, if you had farmer's insurance or on your farm, and it is covered, you just need something that shows that ATV is covered. Now, I've got a neighbor that they just made a call and they just added a rider. It wasn't much, but on their homeowner's insurance, and that made it easy. And so they've got I'll call it a certificate, proof that is insured.
So you can buy insurance on a side-by-side, like on a farm.
Well,
we're not asking.
I'm not an
somebody
insurance
to
agent,
buy something
I've never known anybody not to be able to do that.
I have
So
mine insured. I have mine insured, same places I have my vehicle insured, so separate policy.
And if I may say one more quick thing, and I know he's going to hit me. Today's Brad Hayes' birthday, so.
Birthday.
Happy birthday, Brad.
So,
Municipalities are exempt. You can't ride a side by side in the city limits.
I know,
of
they
any
pass an
incorporated-
ordinance
yeah.
for golf carts and
Yeah.
stuff, but my concern, whether it's city, county, whatever, is the other people driving, if somebody gets in an accident,
Yeah.
if they're covered also.
I think that would have made the sheriff's life easier if they would have included golf carts. That way, people that live near boat docks can
Right.
ride their golf cart down to their boat dock. That would have made their life easy, so.
it would have. And again, it was a mess the way the law was written. Then they redid it about 5 years ago, and it made it worse for us because it's what can we enforce, what we can't. There's all kinds of excuses, and if you know the right thing to say, this I think does clear up a lot of that, and will make our life easier. And the insurance thing, that's not been required before, and I do think that is a good thing because that protects everybody else on the road, just like your car insurance would, protect everybody else.
Any other questions with that?
Is this in effect, or are you thinking about putting this in effect?
I'm prepared to sign it. I just want to get y'all's input before I do.
You can sign it today, or,
I don't know if I'll do it today.
I mean,
Or I might-
near future?
I might this week, yeah. I don't see any problems with signing it now, do you, Dave? Okay, so I'll probably sign it tomorrow morning. Got a list of items from the sheriff's office that's going to be disposed of. This list will be posted in Candace's office. Anybody needs to see that?
I do have a question. When will it go into effect? I'm sorry.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
So we'll do it when I sign? Yes. So we had to do a public notice.
Why don't you sign it now? And
I don't have a good copy in front
I
of me.
know.
Yes, that's Russ.
Yeah, are you going to publish that in one of the newspapers around or something to get the word out to people?
So we already did a public announcement. It was posted somewhere. Where was it, Trish? It was in the bulletin. It was in the bulletin.
Okay.
September 24th.
But we may see if we can get them to post this executive order word for word so people can actually read it to see, But it was posted prior to us signing it. About wraps up mine. We have a couple new employees in the front row up here. I'm sure I'll embarrass them by introducing them, but we have a new HR director, Kaylee Willis, and she's been on board with us about a month now, I guess, isn't it? 3 or 4 weeks. And we have Trina Bodenhammer that's in payroll, and she's been with us for probably 6-8 weeks. So we've had a few turnovers in the courthouse, some new faces, but I think they're doing well. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Kanda. I think she's going to talk about the filing dates for the upcoming election.
So, as you're all aware, it's time to file again for office. Filing period opens at noon on November the 3rd and closes at noon on November the 12th. So you need to mark your calendars. It'll be within that window. Again, you file with your political party first, and then bring your filing paperwork from there to the clerk's office, and we'll get you finished up. So just want everybody to be aware of those dates.
Any questions? Any announcements in the audience? Ms. Teresa?
Just remember, October 15th is coming. If you haven't paid your taxes, you have until next Wednesday's payment.
Any others? I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned.